The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
It's a windy Friday night in Northeast Indiana, and the stage is set for Week 9 of Indiana high school football between the Homestead Spartans and the Bishop Luers Knights. Good evening and welcome to the OPS Pregame Show. I'm Noah Lancz, joined alongside color analyst Braxton Hall. Sideline reporter Logan Puzwinski will join us later. And Braxton, the Spartans have a chance to play spoiler tonight because with a win, the Bishop Luers Knights will be outright conference champions.
Yeah, for the Knights, things are really simple here tonight. Their magic number is 1. They've already clinched at least a share of the conference title, and if they want to get an outright conference championship, they're going to need to beat the Homestead Spartans tonight on the road because Snyder and Carroll are waiting in the wings for a share of the conference title.
And let's take a more in-depth look at Homestead's game last week, where it was a blowout from the start as the Spartans led 35-0 at the half, and the whole night was the Brett Fox show.
Who else would we talk about in a pregame show besides Brett Fox having the greatest single rushing performance in Homestead high school history? 355 rush yards and 6 touchdowns, both single-game school records. And what made it even more impressive is he did all of that on just 23 carries, averaging over 15 yards per rush.
It was truly a night to remember for Brett Fox and all of Homestead. And while there are 2 new rushing records from a week ago, the Spartans have been dominating on the ground all season long, and that has been thanks to the offensive line that has been so good all year long.
A great offensive line is what makes a great running back, and that's been the case for the Spartans. This team has almost 1,600 rushing yards on the season, averaging 200 rushing yards per game, 20 rushing touchdowns, only 11 sacks allowed all season by this offensive line, and of course there's those 2 rushing records that came last week against Concordia.
Now we're going to look at the Spartans season as a whole. They sit at an even record of 4-4, but the Spartans have a huge game tonight to get above 500 on the year.
And this game is just that. It is huge for morale within this Spartans program. You want to make sure you finish the regular season above 500. In conference, it's been a pretty successful season for the Spartans, especially if they're able to win tonight, an opportunity to move to 5-2 in the conference. But a win here tonight would be huge. That would mean 2 wins to finish off the regular season, heading into sectionals in just 2 weeks.
We'll see if they'll be able to go out on a high note heading into sectionals. And we're going to take a quick break now, but when we come back, we'll go into more detail about the visiting team, the Bishop Luers Knights. You're watching the OPS Pregame Show on Homestead Live.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Welcome back to the OPS Pregame Show. I'm Noah Lancz alongside Braxton Hall. And now we're going to talk about the Bishop Luers Knights, who have looked strong in SAC play. And they continued that last week against Southside.
And the greatest part of this offense against Southside last week was the rushing attack. Of course, it was just a balanced game in general for the Knights. Jimenez and Daring combining for almost 200 rushing yards, each of them getting a touchdown as well. And then White in the passing game, 3 receptions for 51 yards, and he had a touchdown of his own.
And as we talked about earlier, the Knights have looked great in the SAC play as they're undefeated and have already clinched at least a share of the conference.
Undefeated in conference play and 6-0 after 2 losses to begin the season. It has been a great performance from this Knights team all year long. You mentioned it, they have at least a share of the conference title in the bag, but they want more than that. They want to come out here tonight and make sure they have sole possession of the SAC belt.
Well, a big reason for the success of the Knights this year has been senior quarterback Cohen McKenzie, who has over 1,000 passing yards on the season, 14 passing touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions.
And whenever a high school quarterback has over 1,000 passing yards, you know it's been a successful season. Of course, a touchdown to interception ratio of 7-1. Super impressive for a high school quarterback. 2 rushing touchdowns as well. He's turned into a dual threat guy in the backfield.
And now we're going to shift our focus and take a look at the SAC schedule this week, with this being the last week of conference play, and no game has bigger implications than this game right here. This week we have Northside at Carroll, Luers at Homestead, Northrop at Southside, Dwenger at Concordia, and Wayne at Snyder.
And the 3 games all SAC fans should be keeping their eyes on. Of course, Luers and Homestead in front of us tonight. You talked about it. Biggest conference championship implications. But if the Knights were to fall tonight, Carroll and Snyder sitting in the wings, looking for a chance to share the conference title. Carroll looking to beat Northside. That could be maybe a little bit tricky of a game. Meanwhile, the Panthers heavy favorites against the Generals.
We'll keep you all updated with those other games. And, of course, this game right here will be very important. And with this being the last week of Section, let's take a look at the conference standings overall.
And you can see in Division B, Bishop Luers 6-0, have that division in firm control, also sit atop the overall SEC standings, which is what matters in the end. Snyder and Carroll both sitting at 5-1 in conference play. They're going to need help from the Spartans if they want to get a share of the conference title.
They will. We'll see if they can get help from the Spartans. And with that, we're going to take another break, but stay tuned for the series history and keys to the game right here on Homestead Live.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to Dave S. Walters Memorial Stadium, as we are now just 3.5 minutes away from kickoff of Homestead versus Bishop Luers. I'm Noah Lancz, joined alongside Braxton Hall. Earlier, sideline reporter Logan Bozwinski got a chance to catch up with Coach Zolman on the field and talk about tonight's matchup.
It's now time for the pregame coaches report with Chad Zolman.
Coach, the top team from the other division, the SAC, closes out their regular season tonight. What does it take to knock off Bishop Luers?
Good, solid football. I mean, they're good on both sides of the ball, and we got to make sure we're executing at a high level and containing the things we need to contain.
Knowing that Homestead doesn't have a chance at an SAC title this year, does the thought of playing a spoiler role to the Bishop Luers Knights tonight, does that give you guys any more motivation?
Sure. I mean, it does, but at the same time, I want we want to prepare for the playoffs. And so our goal is to play our best football at the right time of the year, and I feel like we're doing that.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
And you heard Coach Zolman talking about it there. They want to be the spoilers in this matchup, and he touched on it. They're going to need consistency. That's been a bit of a struggle for the Spartans. This team has so much talent, but they just have struggled to be consistent at all times. And now if they're going to win this game, maybe somewhat of an upset against Bishop Luers, they're going to have to be consistent all night long.
They definitely will. Like you said, they have struggled this year with consistency. We've seen some lopsided games go in the Spartans' way, others go against them. But with this game, let's take a look at the series history between these two teams, as this has been a very even series, tied 6-6 all time.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better series all time than this right here. Of course, these teams did not meet that often before the Spartans joined the SAC. Bishop Luers in the 70s and 80s, actually holding a 4-game win streak over the Spartans. The Spartans with a 3-game win streak of their own from 2015 to 2017. Since these teams have been in the same conference, though, the Spartans lead 6-2. And, of course, Coach Chad Zolman has been the head coach for all of those games.
He has, and right now teams getting into it a little bit at midfield. You can tell tensions are high right now between these two teams as they're being held back right now from the officials. Now Luers brought to their sidelines. Spartans all on the logo right now, so we'll see how that plays into this game. But Braxton, now close to kickoff, what are your keys to the game for Luers?
Well, first off, they need to score early and often. This is a prolific offense that has been extremely hard for defenses to stop, sitting in third place for points per game within the conference. However, the defense has been pretty average for the Knights, so this offense needs to set the tone early, and they cannot let Fox out of the cage. Last week, Brett Fox set the single-game rushing yardage and touchdown records for Homestead. It's highly improbable he repeats that performance tonight, but the Knights can't even let him get close to that if they want to win this game and sole possession of the SAC belt.
And then for the Spartans, if they play spoiler tonight, what are they going to have to do to get the big win?
Well, conversely, they have got to let Fox run. Luers' game plan is going to be to shut Fox down. Everybody in this stadium knows that. If the Spartans can let him get going, the passing game should open up as well, and the Spartans offense can really show what they're made of. And then you mentioned it, how are they going to spoil the party? Well, that's what they need to do, spoil the party. Luers wants to waltz out of here as the SAC champions. However, the Spartans stand in their way, and they have a chance to play massive spoilers and build a lot of momentum before sectionals in 2 weeks.
We'll see how it all plays off. And now captains meeting at midfield right now. We're going to take a look at the weather, as it could have some implications for this game, potentially having some rain later on. As you see, there is the radar. And Braxton, what do you see there?
Well, I see a lot of rain coming our direction, and we know when rain comes to football games, a lot of time that leads to teams running the ball a lot more. Of course, the Spartans, that's been most of their offense, has been running the ball with Brett Fox. Meanwhile, Luers has been passing it a little bit more than the Spartans, so rain could certainly benefit Homestead in this matchup if it comes and settles in for the night.
It could. On the season, Luers averages 75.9 rushing yards per game, while the Spartans average 199 rushing yards per game. So Spartans definitely have the advantage there. It's looking like it's going to take a little bit for it to hit us. Maybe the first time it's going to be around 7:15, but after that you just see green everywhere all over a Boyd. 7:10 maybe when it first starts. So maybe we'll get 10 minutes of dry football here, but after that it's going to be a wet one. We'll see how that plays into this one.
And Noah, this is perfect football weather. It's the middle of October. It's a little chilly outside, really windy, and now some rain coming in. This is perfect football weather for this time of year.
It really is, and even though it is a little chilly, it is nice, like you said, for mid-October, being so late in the season. Last week of the regular season, of course, Spartans in 2 weeks will play against Fishers here at home. We'll talk about that later on at halftime and preview the sectional as well. But this one here, Spartans will be kicking off first to Luers.
And this is a huge opportunity for the Spartans defense to come out and get a stop, or it's a big opportunity for Luers offense to come out firing, get some points on the board, and silence the home Spartan crowd.
Spartans defense had a great game last week, not allowing any points. They were big disruptors for the Spartans, where Cruz personally getting 3 tackles for loss, and then Sam Stewart, 4 sacks a week ago. We'll see if those 2 linebackers can continue to have a huge impact in the game.
And it wasn't just last week, Noah. Those guys have been doing it for the Spartans all season long. Even though this team has struggled with some consistency, as we talked about, they certainly have not. They have been consistent all throughout the year.
Now the ball is set in place. Henry Knipscher set to kick it off here. 2 receivers back deep for Luers. And week 9 of high school football is kicked off here. This one goes all the way into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, so Luers will start this drive on their own 20-yard line.
And already you saw a little bit of fist fighting there around the 30-yard line. Players already getting into it. We saw it in the pregame. Things already starting to get a little bit chippy, and not even a second has come off the clock yet.
Definitely could play a big role in this one. We saw Orlando Sheets get into it with a few players on the Luers sideline, so we'll see the Spartans are on the offensive side if that has anything to do with it. But for now, Luers offense out on the field. McKenzie will be in shotgun. 2 running backs with him are Jimenez and Daring. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap. It's going to be a pass play to Zay over on the left side. He's got some space. He's able to stiff arm Joe McGuire and pick up an easy first down there. Great start to this drive.
And I love that play call coming out of the gates. Zay, one of the leading receivers on this team, get a little bit of a timing curl route to open up the passing attack for Bishop Luers.
7 seconds come off the clock there. 11 minutes, 53 seconds in this first quarter. There's a 13-yard pass and catch there for Luers. Now McKenzie back in shotgun. He's got Daring in the backfield with him. Takes the snap. It's going to be handoff to Daring up the right side. He has a little bit of space. He'll pick up 3 yards before being tackled by a few Spartans there, as Wyatt Little was the first one in on the tackle.
And Daring has been a pretty solid running back on the year for the Knights, averaging 4.1 yards per catch whenever they use him through the passing game. And then, of course, 330 yards rushing. He's able to do it both on the ground and through the air.
2nd and 7 now for Luers. So we're down to 11 minutes, 20 seconds in this first quarter. Once again, McKenzie will be in shotgun. Player comes in motion is Javins. They're looking screen pass to Zay. He's got him open. Good block there by Javins is going to be called for a hold, so this one likely going to come back.
Yeah, Javins certainly had the defender all tangled up there. That's a pretty easy holding call for the official. He was right in front of that play.
And that will be the official call there. That one on Wes Javins, 6'4", 188 pounds, senior tight end for Luers. So now Luers moving back. And this one will be officially a 2nd and 17.
This is an opportunity for the Spartans defense to settle in after that opening first down play to Zay. They held Daring to only a 3-yard pickup on first down of this set of chains. And now, of course, the penalty pushing the Knights back.
2nd and 17 for the Knights. McKenzie in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to left. It's going to be a handoff to Daring up the right side again. He breaks the tackle. Now he's across the 30. Bulldozes Carson Biddle. It's going to be a gain of 13 yards, setting up a 3rd and 4. A great run there by Daring.
And Daring using all 190 pounds of his body to run right over Carson Biddle, who just stood absolutely no chance. And for Biddle there, he didn't really look to wrap up. He tried to use his body more so for the tackle, and that's just something you cannot do with a running back like Daring.
Problem for Biddle, he does have a club on his right arm, so he has had some troubles ever since coming back from an injury. But now 3rd and 4 here for the Knights. McKenzie takes a snap. He's looking right. It's going to be a quick pass to the right, completed to Jimenez. They're going to get another first down, their 2nd of this drive. A nice throw and catch for 7 yards there.
Maybe catching the Spartans a little bit off guard there. They look to be in more of a rushing defense for that 3rd down play, leaving way too much space on the outside for Jimenez.
1st and 10 now for the Knights. 9 minutes, 56 seconds to go in this first quarter. They've gone 25 yards so far on this drive as they sit at their own 45-yard line. McKenzie in shotgun once again, receiver to his right, to the left in the backfield. This time is going to be Finn Sachs running back there. He picks up 3 yards, setting up a 2nd and 7.
And right now, the Spartans' defensive line really struggling to get any penetration whatsoever. Give all the credit, though, to that Knights offensive line, especially on the right side of the ball, giving the Spartans just no chance to do anything.
Knights going to speed it up here, 2nd and 6. McKenzie in shotgun, 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right, running back in the backfield with him. Once again, it's Sachs back there. It's going to be another handoff to him. He cuts it outside. Pursley all over that one. It's going to be no gain there. Pursley doing a great job to wrap up sacks.
And Pursley is just so good at doing that, anticipating where the ball carrier is going. And even with the attempted cut on that play, he held his ground and able to bring the running back down.
Now 3rd and 7 here for the Knights. McKenzie going over to his sideline, getting in play called. Already down to 7 seconds left on the play clock. McKenzie's in shotgun, 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Got 1 second left. Now the time runs out. It's going to be a delay of game there. Pressure, potentially the noise getting to the Knights.
Certainly a lot of noise coming from the Spartans fan base before that 3rd down play. Maybe the Knights not quite ready for that, this hostile environment of Homestead. That's a big penalty. It was a fairly manageable 3rd down, but now behind the sticks, 3rd down and long coming up.
3rd down and 12, 8.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Knights come out, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. In the backfield, it's going to be Sachs once again. McKenzie takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He's looking right. He's going down the field. He's got Zay, but good coverage there by McGuire and Biddle. It was just overthrown. There wasn't much separation, so the Spartans get off the field as Isaac Zay will be on to punt it for the Knights.
And that was great coverage by Biddle. You mentioned his arm still a little bit injured from earlier in the year, but luckily that does not affect his speed. And doing a great job there in coverage against Zay, especially as McGuire began to drop out.
Zay has been a pretty good punter this year for the Knights. 24 punts, 881 yards, average of 36.7 yards per punt. We'll see how this one's here. It's a high snap, but he brings it down. This one is not a great punt. It's rolling around. Might have hit a Spartan player, not sure. And they're going to say that it did hit a Spartans player. Ale Taylor is the one who got hit there. And Luers catches a break as they get the ball back in Homestead territory now.
And that wasn't the farthest punt in the world like you talked about, Noah, but it ended up working almost like an onside kick. Had so much speed when it hit the ground. The Spartans special teams just not ready for that. Bouncing off of it, maybe looked like Sam Stewart on that play.
Really unlucky, but now Jimenez takes the handoff here. He'll pick up 6 yards before being brought down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Knights on the Spartans' 27-yard line.
And that quick change has to suck for the Spartans defense. Finally found a way to get off the field after 4 minutes on defense. And a miscue already early in this one has the Knights in great field position.
Knights come out of the huddle, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's Daring in the backfield with McKenzie. Jimenez comes in motion. It's going to be handoff to Daring. Spartans all over that one. Jaron Taylor and Preston Hott in on the tackle.
And that is a great job by Taylor. We'll get a look at it here. And you see it right there coming in from the outside, making sure there was nowhere for Daring to go in the backfield.
Another 3rd down here for the Knights. This one's going to be at 3rd and 6. 5 minutes have already come off of the clock in this first quarter. Knights have the ball on the Spartans' 30-yard line. Knights come out of the huddle, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Daring in the backfield with Mackenzie Javins on the left side of the line, takes a snap. It's going to be handoff to Daring. He's on the left side. He beats a man. He's inside the 20, inside the 15, and eventually brought down by Sam Stewart, but a great run there by Daring, cutting it out to the left side, making a few players miss.
And a risky play call on 3rd and medium to run the ball instead of passing it, but it worked to perfection. The Spartans not ready at all. It looks like maybe a couple of them losing their footing as the rain starts to come down.
Like you said, the rain has started to come down now. Likely going to see that for the rest of the night, as it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Knights at the Spartans' 12-yard line. 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. McKenzie in shotgun, hands it off to Jimenez. He cuts it out to the left side. McGuire forces him out there. Another late hit from Stewart, but no flag thrown there. It's going to be about 2-yard gain there.
And that's a nice job by the Spartans using the sideline to their advantage. They've struggled a little bit with tackling on this drive, but when the Knights are going so far outside with their runs, that sideline really can become your best friend.
They gave Jimenez 1 yard there, so it'll be 2nd and 9. So McKenzie's in shotgun. Daring in the backfield. Zay out to the left, and Jalen White out to the right. McKenzie takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He's going left to Zay, throws it up there. A great catch, and they're going to call him in. What a play there by the Knights, and a great job to tiptoe over on the sideline. And the Knights strike first.
Isaac Zay has been the favorite receiver of McKenzie so far in this one, and the two connect big time right there. You'll get another look at it. A beautiful ball from McKenzie, and Zay just able to get that right foot in as he fell out of bounds.
Just need 1 foot, and he got it to perfection there, just getting it in. McGuire had pretty good coverage, but the height advantage for Zay really helped him out there. And the extra point is up and good, so the Knights lead 7-0 after a miscue on special teams for the Spartans.
Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to Homestead High School as the Knights just scored the first touchdown of the night and have a 7-0 lead. It's their second drive of the night. Spartans offense still hasn't been on the field, as now Rojas will be on for the kickoff. Fox and Moore deep, and this one's just going to be a little pooch over to Bardwell. So Spartans will have good field position despite just a 3-yard return. They start this drive on their own 37-yard line.
That's really what this offense needs for their first possession. Already more than half of the first quarter gone in this game after that drive from the Knights. Really 2 drives following the muffed punt. And the Spartans offense needs to come out firing now and tie this game back up.
1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 37-yard line. White in shotgun, 2 receivers out to the right. Fox behind White. So look over to the sideline now. Spartans have 2 extra tight ends in on this play. White takes a snap. It's going to be handoff to Fox. He got space on the left side, picking up right where he left off with a 16-yard run there for Brett Fox over on the left side, and his vision and speed is just unmatched.
And give some credit to Jackson Bell. They're getting downfield, almost acting like a screen, allowing Brett Fox to maybe get a few more yards on that run.
Great blocking once again from the Spartans, especially on the left side of the line there. Now Spartans already in tonight's territory. White in shotgun once again. Takes a snap. Going to be another handoff to Fox, this time to the right side. He's trying to cut it outside. He's not going to be able to get it all the way over. So on the tackle there was D. Hogue.
Great job by Hogue just running down Fox. We know how fast he is, so anytime you can keep pace with him, you know it's a good defensive play.
Hogue comes up limping after that play. He's the third leading tackler on this team, so that could definitely be something to watch out for. As you see on your screen, he's still limping over there. Now holding his right leg. We'll see if that has any more effects later on in this game. But now White back in shotgun. Third handoff to Fox. And this time he loses the ball. He's going to jump right back on it, but that could have been dangerous for the Spartans, as it was Christian Buxton in to force the fumble. He was in the backfield right away.
And it's rare we see Brett Fox lose control of the ball, but that's what happens right there. Nice job getting back onto it, but it's going to be third down and long for the Spartans after a drive that had some pretty good momentum going.
And Luke Easy just came out of the game. So I believe he lost his helmet, so back up into the game. It's going to be Braden Kaiser. White takes his snap. He's rolling out to his left. It's going to be a screen back the other way, and that one's incomplete. So Spartans, after picking up a first down, go 3 plays, and the Knights get a stop already.
Great job by Luers defense backing up the offensive touchdown, making sure the Spartans have no chance to bounce back at the beginning of this game.
Knipscher on to punt it for the Spartans as it's 4th and 11, 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. England the snapper, good snap here, and a good kick by Knipscher. It's going to take a favorable bounce for the Knights, but still good punt there, pinning the Knights on their own 15-yard line.
And as the year has gone, we've seen Henry Knipscher get really comfortable in that punter position. His leg has just seemed to get better and better each and every game. And that's another example right there, flipping the field and pinning the Knights back deep.
First down and 10 for Luers on their own 15-yard line. Braxton, what does Luers need to do on this drive here?
Well, I think they should keep a good mix of passing and running like they did on the last drive. Of course, there was a heavy dose of Isaac Zay through the passing game. We also saw Jimenez and Daring get involved in the running game. I think that if they do that again here and remain three-dimensional, it's going to be hard for the Spartans to stop.
McKenzie and shotgun once again. Sachs in the backfield. Evan Wilkins out to left. It's going to be a handoff to Sachs. Spartans all over that one. Wyatt Little, first one in on the tackle, and after that, group of Spartans are there to bring him down.
That's the third running back we've seen from the Knights early in this one, and that's what makes them so unpredictable and so hard to stop, having that great mix of guys out of the backfield.
Kenzie goes over to his sideline to get the play once again. Now he comes back to his team. He'll be in shotgun with Sachs in the backfield again. Evan Wilkins out to the left. Jalen White to the right. Sachs shifts over to the left of McKenzie. Now McKenzie takes a snap. It's going to be a quick pass to Wilkins, but that one's way behind him. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 5.
Maybe some miscommunication on that play. Really the first time around we've seen outside of Zay or Daring for the Knights. Of course, those two of the biggest receivers for Bishop Luers. And now 3rd down and medium coming up. And it's an opportunity for the Spartans to get off the field and get good field position for the offense.
Big play here for the Spartans defense. They got a stop on the first drive. We'll see if they can get another stop here as McKenzie will be in shotgun. Sachs in the backfield. 2 receivers out to the right. McKenzie takes a snap. He fumbles it, and then he picks it up, rolling out to his right. Just chucks it up there. No receivers in the area. But there's no flag for intentional grounding there. As you see, wasn't able to corral the snap, and could have been problematic there for the Knights.
McKenzie did a nice job of getting the ball back into his hands, but he stood no chance with Sam Stewart running him down. Stewart standing at 6'1", 195, only a junior on this Spartan squad. Been so great in the pass rush all season long. Another example right there.
Isaac Zay back on for his second punt of the night, standing at his own 5. This one much better than the first one, but Fox will not return it. It's going to be downed at the 44-yard line, so the Spartans will start their second drive on their own 44-yard line after a 36-yard punt.
And that time, the Spartan special teams unit making sure to stay clear of the ball. Don't want to risk another miscue like we saw on the first drive. And the Spartans offense getting good field position here, just shy of midfield. An opportunity to strike back as we enter the late stages of this first quarter.
Now the Spartans offense back out there. Once again going with a 2 tight end set. Leo Markwell and Colin Floyd out there for the Spartans. 2 receivers to the right are Bardwell and Moore. Fox will be behind White. White takes the snap. It's going to be handoff. It's going to be quick pass to Markwell, but that one's incomplete. We saw them use that play a lot against Dwenger, and now there's a player down for the Knights. He gets up, but the player down was Damian Jackson.
Certainly hope Jackson is okay, a defensive end for this squad. But going back to that play, that's something we could see a lot from the Spartans in the short passing game, especially when they want to use the play action of Brett Fox.
Come out in the same formation. This one will be a handoff. Fox has some space over on the right side, then cuts it back upfield. The pickup of 5 yards, making this a much more manageable third down.
Good gain there from Brett Fox, and that's what makes this team so hard to defend whenever you're able to run a play action one snap and then give it to Fox on the next one. And it looks like the Spartans are pleading for Foger to come out of the game as his helmet popped off. However, it looks like the officials did not see it, and he'll remain in.
Rain really starting to come down now. White in shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking right. It's going to be a quick pass to Bardwell right at the line to gain. We'll see what the official spot is. Looks like he may just be a football short. So they're going to take the time here. We're going to have a measurement here. It's the chain gang still on the far side of the field. And they're still looking at this. This could be a big call.
This is about as close as it can get. Right at the line of scrimmage. Of course, even if he is shy, the Spartans would have 4th down as the chain gang runs out onto the field. This is a big call in this game early on.
See them getting the official spot there. Official's going to have to go to the other side. That's how close it is. They're going to say is maybe an inch short. You can see the official just hold up there. So it's going to be 4th down.
And no, that's about as close as it can get. It's actually going to remeasure it now. Not quite sure why. Maybe the wind playing a factor with measuring the ball. But this is a huge call for these officials to make, and I do not envy being in their position.
So I believe they called it a 4th down, but not completely sure what it was. We have seen Michael White score 2 rushing touchdowns on the year just from QB sneak, so we know that the Spartans will go to the QB sneak, likely what they'll go to here on 4th and an inch.
If that.
Trying to get the Knights to jump off sides there. Now they will go with the QB sneak, and White picks it up easily. He'll get a few more yards, and the Spartans will pick up a 1st down.
And that's a great way to keep the drive going. Would have been a shame if it ended with a play as close as it was on 3rd down. And I think we both expected that to be the play call from the Spartans, that QB sneak. It's been successful pretty much every time they have run it this season.
It really has been a go-to play in those short yardage situations. Now 1st and 10 for the Spartans on the 44-yard line of the Knights. White in shotgun, takes the snap, pitches it over to Fox. He's got some space on the left side, tries to break a tackle, but isn't able to, as in on the tackle is Finn Sachs.
A nice job by Sachs on that play. I think there might be a player shaken up on the far side of the field right now.
There is a player down on the field. Not sure who it is right now, but we're going to take a quick break.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to Homestead High School. As the player injured was Brett Fox. He was helped off the field, and he did not put any weight on his right leg, so we hope he's okay. Definitely last thing you want to see if you're a Spartans fan now into the game is Jake Thrash.
Thrash has shown some good talent, though, for the Spartans.
So he takes a carry there, and he'll pick up 4 yards, making this a little easier for third down. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
And as the rain really starts to come down now, the running game is going to be a huge factor in this one as the game progresses. The Spartans certainly hope Brett Fox is okay, but Thrash is a reliable backup to have in the backfield. Of course, Trace Parrish available as well.
40 seconds to go in this first quarter. This is potentially an area where the Spartans would go for it, so maybe go with a run play and make it a more manageable 4th down, but we'll see what they do here as White's in shotgun. He's going to be looking right, throws it down the middle of the field, nearly picked off there by D. Hogue.
And Liam Moore looked open on that play, but you see him pointing to himself saying, my bad there. So maybe just some miscommunication on the route combination. Bardwell had some separation as well. White just not able to find either of them.
It's just going to become harder and harder to throw the ball in this game as the rain is continuing to pick up right now. Knipshire on to punt it again. Last time he pinned the Knights back inside their own 20-yard line. This is another good snap here. It's a high punt as well. Surrey does not want to go towards that one, and this one's going to be downed all the way at the 4-yard line. So another great punt here by Knipshire. Second one of the night.
And you can't ask for anything better on that punt. And a great job by the Gunners for the Spartans getting downfield and pinning that one deep inside the 5-yard line.
Now this one will likely be the last play. Now you see Brett Fox over there on the sideline. And also that shot there, you can see the rain, just how hard it's coming down. This will likely be the last play of the first quarter, 13.2 seconds to go. Knights offense back on the field. McKenzie in shotgun with Jimenez and Daring. This one's going to go to Jimenez. And very close to a safety. Great job there by Sam Stewart to get into the backfield. It'll be a tackle for loss and all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Sam Stewart in the backfield once again, and give some credit to Jimenez, making sure he was able to get his body out of the end zone before he went down.
And after 1 quarter of play, the Knights lead 7-0 in this rainy affair.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. your limits.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
Welcome back to Dave S. Walters Memorial Field as teams had to switch all the way to the other side, the longest possible walk you could have in between quarters, as Luers will be going left to right now on your screen.
A 98-yard trek down the field. Of course, the Spartans defense doesn't mind that walk right now as they have the Knights pinned deep inside their own territory.
It'll be 2nd and 13 now for the Knights. Start of the second quarter on their own 1-yard line. They lead 7-0 in this game. McKenzie in shotgun, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it deep here. He's got a man, but it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Jalen White.
And White had a step on the defender right there. The ball maybe just a little bit too hard for him to come down with. Of course, with the slippery conditions, the ball going right past his hands.
This is really the worst place you could be if you're the Knights. Now 3rd and 13, likely got to throw it once again. We'll see what they call it here as McKenzie will be in shotgun once again. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As a player joins him in the backfield. McKenzie takes the snap. It's going to be handoff there. But little to no gain, maybe picking up a yard. And that's going to set up 4th down as it was Daring on the carry.
And this is a horrible situation to be in for the Knights offense. Now going to be forced to punt it inside their own end zone. Punter Isaac Zay is going to be right on the end line for this punt.
Dangerous territory here as any miscue could really hurt the Knights. 4th and 12. Zay takes the snap. He's able to get it away. It's a high punt. Back to receive it is Liam Moore. He slips at first. Now he's going backwards. Not sure what he was doing there. That's some inexperience being shown as well, as Brett Fox is usually the one back there. Liam Moore not used to returning the ball.
Yeah, we usually don't see him in the punting game at all. We'll occasionally see him on kick returns, but even then, most of the time, like you said, no, it's Brett Fox getting it. Moore, only a sophomore, still plenty of time. As you would imagine, he's going to be one of the big punt returners for this Spartans team the next couple of years. But even with that kind of weird return for the Spartans, still starting in plus territory.
Great field position for the Spartans here, starting on the Knights' 43-yard line. White takes the snap, hands it off to Thrash. He's going to pick up 3 yards, setting up 2nd and 7.
And that's a nice gain there on 1st down for the Spartans. Just try to get something going on this drive.
Second down and 8 for the Spartans. Now White in shotgun, Brett back in the game. It's going to be a keeper, though, for Michael White. He's going to pick up 5 yards, making this a 3rd and short.
And a nice job there for White, running it out of the backfield. And with Fox out of the game right now, that's something the Spartans need.
Now White in shotgun, Fox behind him for this 3rd and 3. White takes the snap. It's going to be handoff to Fox. He's going to pick up the 1st down, still going. That's a great run there by Brett Fox. His leg looked fine on that run, and it's going to be a 7-yard pickup and a Spartans 1st down.
A great job by Fox on his first carry since his injury, coming back in and showing no signs of weakening.
1st down and 10 for the Spartans at the Knights' 30-yard line. 9 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this first half. White in shotgun, Fox behind him, Moore, the receiver, out to the right. 3 tight ends in on this play. It's going to be handoff to Fox once again up the middle this time. He'll pick up 4 yards before being taken down by a few players of the Knights.
I think the Spartans need to be kind of careful right now. Obviously, Fox appears okay. We know he has some stress on that right ankle at the moment. You don't want to see him getting wrapped up by 4 guys like that.
They've gone to him a lot in the past few games. 23 carries a week ago, 28 the week before that, then 27 and 26. So Brett Fox used to the workload, but like you said, with that leg a little bit injured, could definitely be something to think about. This one's going to be a keeper, but the ball's on the ground once again. White's going to jump on it, but it'll be a loss of 4 yards, setting up a 3rd and 11. Danger almost struck there for the Spartans.
And a great job there by Damian Jackson getting into the backfield and putting that pressure on Michael White. He did a good job of running the ball down and keeping the ball in the Spartans' hands, but now 3rd down and long.
And that's already the 4th fumble we've seen in this game. Only 1 loss, though. Spartans 3rd and 11. Probably need about 6 yards to get into field goal territory, but not sure with the rain. So White's in shotgun. There's going to be a flag before that. Delay of game on the Spartans, making it that much harder. Moving them back 5 yards, and this will now be a 3rd and 16.
And you see quarterback Michael White not happy at all right there. In these conditions, you don't want to see yourself at even 3rd and 11, especially 3rd and 16 following that penalty.
Spartans on the Knights' 36-yard line here for 3rd and 16, down under 8 minutes to go in this first half. White will be in shotgun. Fox behind him. 2 receivers out to the right. 2 tight ends in as well. White takes the snap. He's looking for Bardwell, but then has some pressure from Buxton. Runs back to his left side, now trying to cut it upfield, but has nowhere to go, and he's slammed down to the ground. Takes a big hit there. There's going to be little to no gain for the Spartans, and it's 4th down.
And once again, this Spartans offense just stalling out inside of Knights territory, and once again, a penalty involved. And those are just miscues you cannot have. You see the frustration there on the Spartan sideline.
And despite picking up a 1st down, overall the Spartans only gained about 5 yards on that drive. Knipscher's back on for another punt, another chance to pin them deep. This one is another good punt by Knipscher, as it's going to be inside the 5-yard line once again, and Henry Knipscher arguably having the best game of his career so far as a punter.
And you can't ask for anything else from your punter. So far, he's pinned the Knights inside their own 15 3 times and inside their own 5 twice in this game, and it's really set up the Spartans' defense in prime position.
This drive, the Knights will start on their own 3-yard line for this drive. Last drive, they started on their own 4-yard line. They had -3 yards on that drive, went 3 and out. See if the Spartans defense can get another stop, as the only points scored were early on in the first quarter. McKenzie back in shotgun, handoff to Daring, tries to cut it outside. Stewart can't make the tackle. Another stiff arm there on Joe McGuire. Great run there by Daring. And it looked like he may have been tackled for loss, but gets a solid gain there of 7 yards.
Great arm extension from Daring, keeping the Spartans at arm length, literally, making sure they had no chance to bring him down. And it looked like, you mentioned it, Noah, it looked like he had a tackle for loss coming his way. Instead, he fights forward and gets the ball close to the chains.
They give Daring 9 yards there, setting up at 2nd and 1. Knights offense comes back out. 2 receivers to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield with McKenzie. This one's going to be to Jimenez. He tries running up the middle as Sterling Swihart all over that one. Ball comes out late, but they already blew the whistles. No gain there, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Great job by the defensive line of the Spartans swarming to the ball. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Spartans in on the tackle. Great job, but now a chance to get off the field, as it would be a big decision if the Knights were to go for it on a 4th down.
Huge play here for the Knights. McKenzie gets the call from his sideline. Play clock already down to 12 seconds. They still haven't come out of the huddle. It's now down to 8. We've seen them have one delay of game in the first quarter, but McKenzie in shotgun, Daring with him in the backfield. It's going to be handoff to Daring over on the left side. He's trying to cut it outside. Little with a big hit on him, and he's going to be short of the line to gain a huge hit by Little. We'll see the official spot, but there on the replay, it looks like he was just short.
And he fell forward after the contact with Little, but yeah, looks to still be just a little bit shy of the chains. It looks like they're going to have another measurement here.
Second measurement of this game. We hadn't had any all year before this one. So already some chain gang action early on in this one as they get it all the way out, and he is short. Once again, it seems like by an inch. So it'll be 4th down. Fourth down for the Knights.
And they're going to re-spot it again, just like they did with the Homestead's offensive play earlier. And even on this second measurement, it appears he is still a couple inches short.
So we'll see what the Knights decide to do. Like you mentioned before, it'd be a very risky play to go for it on your own 12-yard line, but you do only need a few inches.
But they just saw 3rd down and 1, 7-point lead. I don't know if I would risk it here, even though the odds are probably in the Knights' favor.
McKenzie under center. As there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Lindsay. Going to talk this one over, and we're going to take a quick break with them.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Welcome back to Homestead High School as it's decision time for the Knights. And if you were Coach Lindsay, what would you do here, Braxton?
I mean, I know if you look at the analytics, you would think this is an easy call to go for it on 4th and just a few inches. You would imagine the Knights are able to pick it up, especially with this offensive line. But being inside their own 15, a 7-point lead, and the Spartans offense really has not done anything this game, I think the smart decision would be to just punt this ball away.
And that's what they are doing now. They're punting away as Zay is back onto the field, changing up their play call, as originally they had the offense out there. You wouldn't think they'd go with any trickery this deep in their own territory. So Zay will be out there to punt away, standing in his own end zone once again. Snap a little low, but Zay gets this one off. Not a great punt. Moore's going to have a chance to return it, but decides not to. And it's going to be downed at the Spartans' 49-yard line. So a 39-yard punt there by Zay. And the Spartans start their drive on their own 49-yard line.
And really some of the worst field position the Spartans have had in this game, starting their last 2 drives in plus territory, and now right at their own 49-yard line. This offense has got to get something going, because who knows how long the defense is going to be able to hold this Knights offense.
5 minutes, 27 seconds to go in this first half. As the Spartans offense come back onto the field for their 4th drive of the night. Currently unsuccessful. First 3 drives, they weren't able to score on any of them as they trail by 7. Just a touchdown early in this game. Cone McKenzie to Isaac Zay in the first quarter. Now Moore comes in motion. It's going to be handoff to Fox. He's going to try to cut it up over on the left side, but he's not going to pick up any yards. Good defensive play there by D. Hogue.
And Fox maybe just a little bit too much cutting in the backfield right there. Couldn't really find a hole to commit to. That's just not going to work against the Knights. This defense just too good. Hogue, one of them as well. He's not going to fall for that. He has 40 tackles on the year and 2 tackles for a loss. Just something you can't do against him.
Spartans come out. White in shotgun once again. Fox behind him. 2 receivers out to the right. White takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Now he's looking deep for this one. He's looking for more. Throws it up there. There's going to be a flag in late. It's going to be called on Surrey. As Moore seemed like it might have been a little overthrown. Don't know if he had a chance to catch that one, but regardless, the flag comes in.
Yeah, there may be a bit of a mistake there from Surrey, because I agree with you, Noah. I don't think Moore really had much of a chance of getting to that ball, but able to draw the contact and get the penalty called against the Knights.
As this is going to be a 15-yard penalty for pass interference. First down for the Spartans, and now they're on the Knights' 36-yard line.
This is about where they were last drive, really the last 2 drives, when things have begun to stall out for this offense. Going to try to avoid that here.
It's going to be a Wildcat to Fox. We haven't seen this all year long, but a good run there for 6 yards, setting up at 2nd and 4.
The Spartans, a team we really don't see them run Wildcat at all, especially with Brett Fox in there. But it worked there, catching the Knights off guard. And maybe here in this final regular season game of the year, just emptying out the playbook.
They're going with it once again as Michael White all the way to the right. Fox set up for the direct snap. Receiver out to the left. 3 tight ends in for the Spartans.
And White has a background as a receiver if they ever choose to pass in this formation.
First hit comes in from Daring as Fox close to the first down. It's going to be a yard short, setting up 3rd and 1.
9 yards over the last 2 plays for the Spartans from an unconventional formation. The Knights maybe a little bit more prepared on that 2nd down play. But the Spartans, you would imagine they have 2 downs here to get just 1 more yard.
It looks like they want to go with the Wildcat once again. Receiver out to the left is Bardwell. Receiver to the right is Michael White. Once again, 3 tight ends in. So it'll be a high snap, but Fox finds some space and gets a hole up the middle. He'll pick up 7 yards before being taken down by Javins. A good run there by Fox.
I think part of the reason they're running this formation is you're eliminating the handoff, which in these conditions can be extremely risky and can lead to fumbles on the direct snap. As long as Fox is able to get it into his hands, he's able to take off immediately. So now you're taking a potential miscue out of the play for the Spartans offense.
Spartans have picked up 16 yards from 3 plays in the Wildcat. This one a better snap. Fox taking it over on the left side. He's trying to get all the way outside. As this going to be another solid run. That time in on the tackle was Mikhail Woodsden. But this Wildcat working for the Spartans as it's another first down and now 1st and goal for the Spartans.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running this play while it is working. The Knights really have shown nothing to stop it so far.
The 3 tight ends for the Spartans are Marquell, Floyd, and Feichter. It's once again direct snap to Fox. He's trying to run it over on the left side. This time doesn't have too much space. He'll pick up 2 or 3 yards before being taken down by Saxon Daring.
It'll be interesting to see if they maybe try anything else out of this Wildcat formation, or if it's just going to be continued runs with Fox. We haven't seen anyone come in motion yet. We haven't seen any attempted passes either. Just been the straight snap to Fox and immediate power up the middle.
That shot there, you can see the rain coming down once again. Now Michael White comes over for what you'd assume him to take it. And now Spartans will call a timeout. So there was some confusion on the play call there. We're going to take a quick break with them.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve.
You have no limits.
RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Spartans back out on the field after a timeout called by Coach Zolman. This time, White back at the quarterback position. Swagger comes in motion, fakes the handoff. It's going to be a run for White. He's got some space on the right side. He's almost into the end zone. He was close all the way to the 1-yard line before a big hit stopped him from getting in. Spartans a yard away from scoring.
A nice run by Michael White. He's had some time to rest on that right side receiver position with all of the direct snaps to Brett Fox. And you saw his energy right there, powering through on the right side of the line. And now 2 downs to pick up a yard for the Spartans.
You think they go with the QB sneak? We've already seen them score two touchdowns from it this year. It's exactly what they're doing right now. As White sets up, we've seen them pick up a first down also this year. That's exactly what they're going to go with. They're pushing White very close, and he gets into the end zone as Leo Marquill tackles him into the end zone, and the Spartans PAT away from tying this one up.
Not too often you see one of your own teammates tackle you, but it worked right there. A smart decision by Marquill to make sure his quarterback gets into the end zone, and now the Spartans an opportunity to knot this game up at 7.
The 6th rushing touchdown on the season by Michael White. 3rd QB sneak touchdown for him. The Spartans PAT away from tying this one up. It's been a little bit of a sloppy game, not much offense, but now the 2nd touchdown of the game has been scored. As the kick is up and good for Knipshire. This game is tied at 7.
The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
Welcome back to Homestead High School. Henry Knipshire out there to kick away. As you see in 2 weeks. As this one punt kicked away, it's going to go out of bounds, so Luers will have great field position to start this drive.
Best field position they've had in a while in this game, after starting their last 3 drives inside their own 15 and their last 2 drives inside their own 5-yard line. Maybe an opportunity for this offense to get something going again, although only 1 minute remains in this first half.
They'll definitely need to go fast on this one, but now not sure what's going on as the punt. Not sure why they would elect to go with making Homestead re-kick this one here, but they'll kick from their own 35-yard line now instead of the 40.
And you'd think maybe the wind, but even that's blowing across the field, so it's certainly an interesting decision instead of just taking the ball where they would have got it.
Like you said, the wind is across the field. It'd be coming towards us here, as that's where the ball went out for Knipshire. Now he'll be on to kick this one away once again. 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in this first half. He boots this one away. It's a low one. It's fumbled as it's going to go out of bounds there. So Finn Sachs not able to corral that kickoff there, and a bad decision by Coach Lindsay to elect to make the Spartans re-kick.
Yeah, obviously he can't foresee that muffed kick return, but it backfires big time for the Knights. Once again, they're going to be inside their own 20 for the 4th drive in a row.
Could have had some good field position to start this drive. They only have 2 timeouts to go and just over a minute. Need to get into field goal range, you would assume, but Rojas has not done great on the season. 4 of 5 for field goals, longest one being a 32-yarder. Now McKenzie out there, 2 running backs in the backfield. It's going to be Jimenez with the handoff. Ale Taylor in on the tackle, and he's able to bring him down. A great tackle by Taylor, and it'll be a loss of 3 yards.
And you cannot ask for anything better from your defense there. Ale Taylor, the sophomore linebacker, coming in for that tackle. And if I'm the Knights, I'm just going to kneel this thing out and get to halftime at this point. This offense has struggled big time as this game has gone on.
Well, before they have the chance to do that, the Spartans want to elect to take a timeout, their second timeout of the half. So if they're somehow able to get the ball back, Luers would likely have to throw it at some point, thinking they'd run it on the next play, potentially take off a few more seconds. But if Luers elects to run it for these next 2 plays, it'll likely be halftime.
Yeah, as long as Luers keeps the ball on the ground and doesn't go out of bounds, they really can dictate the ending of this first half. The Spartans not with too much power to control the end of the second quarter.
And like you said before, you'd think that they'd probably just want to kneel down, especially with the conditions out here, with the ball being slippery as well. We've seen 4 fumbles tonight, and you don't want to risk anything so late in the half, just go into locker room tied 7-7, but their offense has been pretty stagnant in the second quarter and really ever since they scored the touchdown.
That's something the Knights really need to turn around as we get set to head into the second half of this one.
Low snap's going to be handoff to Daring. He has nowhere to go as the Spartans defensive line all over that one. Sam Stewart in on the tackle. Another timeout called by the Spartans. So you see Spartan Arena there. And tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning, we'll have sectional semifinals as the Wayne Generals will take on the Homestead Spartans at Spartan Arena. It'll be right here on Homestead. Homestead Live will be producing it on IHSAATV.org. And if Homestead wins, they will have the championship game at 6 p.m. Once again, Homestead Live will be producing it on IHSAATV.org.
And that's going to be a fun match-up tomorrow. The Spartans won their opening game in sectionals in straight sets against Southside on Thursday evening. The Spartans remain the favorites to win their sectional number 6 in the state, but they can slip up against the Wayne Generals tomorrow morning.
It'll be interesting to see how they do, but definitely tune into that one. Both games potentially for the Spartans. Tune into it. Support the volleyball team as it can be another handoff to Daring. Taylor all over that one. That time it's Jaron Taylor in on the tackle, and that's likely going to take us to the locker room as the Spartans are unable to stop the clock.
And the Taylor brothers just dominating this defensive possession for the Spartans, both of them getting a tackle for loss on this drive.
And now Luers starting to run towards the locker room, so you expect the Spartans move that way as well. We're tied 7-7 at the half, as it's been some offensive struggles as well. And with the first half ending, we're going to send it down to sideline reporter Logan Pozwinski, who's alongside Coach Zolman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Logan, and thanks, Coach Zolman. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. But the Spartans and the Knights tied at 7 going into the locker room.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
Rethink your limits.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Rethink your limits.
The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to Homestead High School as we're at halftime right now. 7-7 is our score. Luers got out to an early lead, scoring off of a 5-yard touchdown pass to Isaac Zay. Now we're going to take a look at our scores. As you see, Northside trails Carroll 43-0 just in the second quarter. Wayne trails Snyder 28-0 in the second quarter. Northrop Southside 14-all. And then Dwenger leading 28-0 over Concordia.
And you have to imagine the scores of those Carroll and Snyder games are putting even more pressure on the Knights. If they fall here to the Spartans, Carroll and Snyder will get a share of the conference title. It's hard to imagine they will let those leads slip away, especially Carroll, who will have a running clock in the second half against Northside. It's been a bit of a struggle for the Knights against the Spartans. It's pretty much what we expected, though. It's been a pretty even back-and-forth battle.
It has been there, and also you'd assume the Snyder game will go in to the running clock in the second half as well. They're able to get to 35 points, of course, in Indiana high school. Mercy rules 35-point lead in the second half. Clock will run. We're not going to get that here in this game, but Snyder and Carroll definitely keeping a close eye on the score here, liking what they're seeing so far. We're going to take another break now.
What's up, Spartan fans? It's halftime here at Dave S. Walters Memorial Stadium. I'm Graham DeWitt, here with some of the results from the past week here in sports at Homestead, starting with our girls volleyball team. The girls began their postseason last night with an incredible performance against Southside, winning 3-0 and only allowing 28 total points by the Archers. Addie Tindall had 4 aces, Kate Jackway had 20 assists, and Savvy Walker had 8 kills. They will continue sectional play here at Homestead tomorrow against Wayne, which you can watch on Homestead Live at ihsaatv.org. Earlier today, our boys tennis team competed against Culver Academy in the state finals. Unfortunately, their season came to an end with a 1-4 loss. However, the double of Alex Graber and Eric G will move on in the individual draw. After having the last week off, both our boys and girls cross-country teams are heading to the Plex tomorrow for the Woodland Sectionals. That'll wrap up this edition of Down to the Wire. Keep cheering and go Spartans.
The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
Welcome back to Homestead High Schools. Now we're going to preview the sectional here for the Spartans as they'll have a home game in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks against Fishers, as that'll be one of the games, and then Northrop and HSC is the other game in the sectional.
And the Spartans really underdogs in this sectional. Probably only the third best team in the eyes of many in this sectional. Obviously better than Northrop, who they beat handily earlier this season. But Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern, a couple of those big Indy area schools. You know, a lot of times these Fort Wayne schools struggle when they match up against those teams. Last year the Spartans certainly struggled when they faced HSC in sectional play.
They definitely did. That one was a blowout, but it's one of those things also with switching up the schedule for the Spartans this year, playing some indie schools, Noblesville and Carmel, where you just have to get more and more experience. Of course, switching up the sectional 2 years ago. And, I mean, you just have to keep on playing these teams in the regular season and postseason over and over to finally get some exposure and build up your team some more.
And let's not forget the Spartans almost beat Carmel. If it weren't for some late game miscues, they really were in the driver's seat of that game. That was when they could have won. Carmel, one of the better teams in this state, one of those Indy area schools that you mentioned. This Spartans team, and really the SAC as a whole, is certainly improving on the state level. Maybe not quite there yet. Obviously, Carroll last year competed well for the state champ.
They did. They made it all the way to the state championship. Weren't able to win it, but doing a great job. With that, we're going to take another break before starting the second half, but stay tuned as we've got a good one.
The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the Point 91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to Homestead High School. This tied 7-7. Rain has died down after the half, and now the Spartans set to receive the second half kickoff.
And a big opportunity here for Homestead to come out swinging in this second half. The offense scoring on their last possession of the second quarter. They're going to try to continue that momentum here at the beginning of the third. Meanwhile, for Luers, their offense has struggled a little bit so far in this one, especially after the first drive of the game. Their defense needs another big stop.
Now on to boot this one away is Rojas. Second kickoff of the game. Moore will be back to receive it. Picks up at his own 5-yard line. This one much better. He's got some space and takes it across the 30-yard line. Tackled down at the 34-yard line, and that's where the Spartans will set up shop.
And that's a great job by Moore after a shaky punt return earlier in the game. There was nothing to worry about right there. A clean return and giving this offense pretty good field position to begin the third quarter.
1st and 10 now for the Spartans. 7 seconds come off the clock after that 29-yard return by Moore. White will be in shotgun. Fox behind him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wide receiver in the game is Floyd. It'll be handoff to, it's actually going to be a pass play. He's got some space over on the left side. Swagger's the one with it. Takes it inside tonight's territory. A great start to this drive with some misdirection there. Faking the handoff. And White throwing it out to Swagger.
A great play fake there from Michael White, pretty much fooling everybody in the building, including the Luers defense, and able to get that quick pass out to Swagger. And we know he is so good running the ball, especially on the outside.
Now Spartans going up-tempo here. White in shotgun once again. This time he will hand it off to Fox, who takes it up the middle. He'll pick up 3 yards. Maybe give him 4 there, so setting up a 2nd and 6.
That's a nice little pickup on first down, changing pace a little bit after that high-energy play on the previous snap, going back to old reliable Brett Fox right up the middle.
The Spartans offense has really looked good towards the end of that second quarter, and now coming out of the locker room, moving the ball well as White's in shotgun. Once again, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. White takes a snap. It's going to be another handoff to Fox. He gets tripped up by his own player. Orlando Sheet trips him up, so it's going to be a loss of 2 yards.
Now 3rd and pretty long coming up for the Spartans. Obviously still a manageable situation and potentially 2 downs if they're able to pick up some yards here. It'll be interesting to see if they run the ball to set up a 4th down situation or if they look to pass it again. We really haven't seen any deep shots for the Spartans in this one except for one to Liam Moore, and there's a pass interference called on that.
3rd and 8 here for the Spartans. White in shotgun, Fox to his left. Receiver out to the left is Moore. 2 receivers to the right. White's going to throw it now. He's going to run it. It's going to be a design QB draw. Great juke move. Picks up the first down. Cuts it back outside. A big block there by Swagger. They're going to throw it flag. There. And now she's been helped up. But what a juke move there by White. This one's likely going to come back, but it'll make it a 3rd and very short.
Great run from White. But a big mistake there from Caleb Swagger. He had such a great block on the edge, but he just took it a little bit too far, dragging the defender to the ground. And anytime you wrap up a defender like that, it's going to be a penalty every time.
So the Spartans pick up 2 yards after the flag. 3rd and 6 now for the Spartans after that great run. And it really just shows you the dual threat of Michael White. That run there, a great juke move that he put on Finn Sachs. As Sachs ran into another Homestead player. We'll see what they go with here as the rain starts to pick up once again. 3rd and 6 for the Spartans on the Knights' 34-yard line. White in shotgun, Fox behind him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be another design QB run, but this time Wes Javins is all over it. 4-yard loss there. He read that one like a book.
Great job there getting into the backfield. Nothing White could do. He tried to tuck it and run, but he just had nowhere to go on that play. Javins ready for him, and the Spartans are going to be forced to punt this one away.
Will Davis unable to seal off the block there, and Javins just too quick for him. He has 51 tackles on the year, 14 tackles for loss. That was his 15th tackle for loss now. Knipshire back on to punt once again. He's had a great night. Surrey will return this one from his own 11-yard line. He's able to get through a few tackles, pick up 7 yards on the return. So the Knights start this drive on their own 18-yard line.
A little bit better field position for the Knights to begin this drive. Still not great, but certainly better than where it has been most of the evening. And we saw them score on their first drive of the first half in this game. We'll see if they can do the same here, their first drive of the second half.
1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 19-yard line. 9 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. McKenzie in shotgun, 2 running backs with him. He's going to pass it, though, on this one to White. He's able to break a tackle, and he's still going, picks up the first down and then some. As the Spartan who missed the tackle there was C.J. Majeski.
And you just cannot have those missed tackles in a situation like this. Those are things you have to avoid. But give credit to the Knights getting that ball outside and finding some open space to make those cuts.
White has done a good job with the ball in his hands tonight. These receivers really have done well, and McKenzie has done well. They just haven't had too many opportunities to throw the ball. So they've gone to heavy run dosage. This one's going to be another pass, but Majeski all over that one. It's going to be a loss of 1 yard as they were trying to set up a screen.
It looked like Majeski there maybe trying to rip the ball out of the hands of White. He wasn't able to do that, but still going to get the tackle for a loss, forcing the Knights to lose a yard on that play.
It'll be 2nd and 11 now for the Knights. Eight minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. McKenzie comes back out in shotgun. Daring in the backfield with him. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Jimenez comes in motion. It'll be handoff to Daring, but all over that one is Cruz Pursley. Another tackle for loss for him, his 9th of the season.
Cruz Pursley showing why he is a captain on this Spartans defense, shooting right through the line of scrimmage. The C's parted right in front of him, and he had a straight line to the running back in the backfield.
That one a loss of 2, so setting up a 3rd and 13 for the Knights. Likely going to have to go to the air on this one. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Daring in the backfield with McKenzie in shotgun, takes his snap. He's looking left, Spartans get pressure on him. Now he's still going to throw it. Throws it up to White. A great catch there. And a late flag comes in as well, as White picks up 15 yards on the play. We'll see what the penalty's for, but White getting the position on Majeski, doing a great job to pull that one in.
Jalen White has been the workhorse on this possession for the Knights, and then you see the face mask penalty is going to be called against the Spartans. That's going to tack on 15 more yards.
So on this drive, White now has 3 catches. Majeski has struggled to guard him. As like you said, there was that face mask penalty. So now it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 49-yard line, moving well on this drive. Now McKenzie looking left. He's throwing down the field. He just overthrew White as he'd beaten Majeski once again, but that time McKenzie not able to find his receiver.
White is getting that separation on the left side, but the Spartan safety is starting to shift a zone over in his direction, making that throwing window a little bit tighter for McKenzie.
2nd and 10 here for the Knights. They've done well to get to the 49-yard line starting this drive, their own 19. McKenzie in shotgun once again, Daring with him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be handoff to Daring. He tries to get it to outside. He cuts it upfield. He's got some space. Now inside the 30. Makes White. Little miss inside the 20. Little trying to chase him down inside the 10. And he's almost into the end zone. He's going to be taken down at the 1-yard line, but a great run by Daring of 50 yards.
And a great job to shake off Wyatt Little initially. There is no chance of the Spartans bringing him down when he runs like that. Give credit to Little getting back up and not lying on the ground and running Daring back down, but still a huge play as the Knights move the ball down to the 1-yard line.
By far Daring's longest run of the year. Previous was a 29-yarder. Now McKenzie will be under center. Daring and Jimenez behind him. This one's going to go to Daring. And he's close to the end zone. The ball was in the air, and the Spartans come up with the ball as he's trying to reach over the goal line. And it was Wyatt Little who picked it up out of Daring's hands as he was trying to reach for it. Take a look at this play here. As a few players get in on it, he loses the ball, and a great awareness by Wyatt Little. And that one flips the game on its head.
And that was a total team effort from the Spartans, personally initially getting into the backfield and making first contact. They don't take the helmet of Ale Taylor, popped that ball free, allowing Wyatt Little to grab it and get possession back for the Spartans. A huge goal line stand for this defense.
And that's a play we're going to come back to later in this game, regardless of where we are. But now we're tied at 7, 6:14 to go in the third quarter. Handoff to Fox. He got some space up the middle, but it's quickly closed off. He'll pick up 3 yards on the carry.
A nice gain there, but coming off of that quick change, I know you're deep in your own territory, but maybe a little bit surprised the Spartans didn't try to take a shot there. Maybe try to catch this Knights defense off guard, as Bishop Luers undoubtedly thought they had at least 3 points in the bag.
Now the Spartans have a 2nd and 7 here. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go in this third quarter. Getting a play call from the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock. White will be in shotgun. Fox behind him. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. White takes the snap. Be another handoff to Fox. Javins all over this one. His 2nd tackle for loss in the 2nd half. He's having a great 2nd half already. Not even 7 minutes into it.
He has been huge with tackle for losses. I mean, he entered tonight with 14 tackle for losses on the season. We've already seen him get a couple in this game. He is so good at getting through that defensive end side of the ball and making sure the running back and even the quarterback at times has nowhere to go.
Now it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Spartans. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fox in the backfield with White. White takes the snap, fakes a handoff. He's looking for Swagger over the middle, and he has him. It's going to be a pickup of 14 yards and a great throw and catch there on the seam route there by Cale Swagger.
And during the middle part of this season especially, this was a route we saw a lot from these two. White to Swagger across the middle. It worked more times than not, and once again, it worked to perfection there.
Now 1st and 10 for the Spartans on their own 22-yard line, 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. White takes the snap. It's going to be a screen pass for Fox over on left side. The Knights all over this one. Damian Jackson, the first one in on the tackle. That's going to be a loss of 4 yards for the Spartans.
And Jackson's been a little bit quiet in this second half to this point, but doing a great job there getting in on the tackle. And this is something we've seen a lot from the Spartans, getting behind the chains early in possessions. That's something they've got to fix. It's part of why the offense has stalled out so many times.
Second and 13 now. 2 receivers out to the right. White takes the snap. Another screen pass. This time it's going to be to Bardwell. Breaks a tackle. Now he's got some space. Taking it upfield across the 40. He's got a man chasing him across the 50. Well into the territory. To Knights territory. Eventually taken out of bounds. All the way at the Knights 30-yard line. But there is a flag back on the Spartans 38-yard line. We'll see what the call is here.
This is a huge call coming from the officials. Could be taking that huge play off the board by Nathan Bardwell.
And it will. It's going to be a holding by the Spartans. So this one coming back. So it's called at the 37.5 there. So the Spartans will have about a 2nd and 6 here, but still a huge play comes off the board.
It looked like such a big gain for the Spartans. Really could have been a momentum shifter in this game, even more so than the fumble they just got from the Knights. Still a net gain of 7 yards on that play, but obviously a lot less than what the Spartans were hoping for.
2nd and 5 officially for the Spartans here. White in shotgun. It's going to be a QB draw here. He's got some space, but taken down by Wes Javins once again. 3rd tackle for him in this half. That's going to make this a 3rd and very short.
We haven't seen too many designed runs from Michael White in this game. We've seen it a couple times, but not as much as earlier in the season. We'll see if they try to mix that in more. That could add another dimension to the Spartans offense.
3 tight ends coming into the game for the Spartans. Floyd, Marquell, and Feichter all come in. 3 wide receivers come out. White in shotgun. Fox behind him for the 3rd and 1. High snap. It's going to be handoff to Fox. He got some space on the left side. Now he's across the 50. He's got 2 men to beat, but he's taken down by D. Hogue, but not before picking up 30 yards on the run. And I think it's safe to say the Fox is loose.
Yeah, he just came out of the cage on that one. Once again, D. Hogue saving the day with Brett Fox running the ball. We've seen that a couple times tonight. You see the explosivity there of Fox when he gets past the line of scrimmage. He's just so fast and so hard to bring down, and he's so elusive as well.
Spartans now in tonight's territory on the Knights' 36-yard line after the big run by Brett Fox on 3rd and 1. White in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off. He's going to keep it, actually, and he's got some space on the right side. Tries to juke a player, but D. Hogue once again in on the tackle there. He'll pick up 2 yards.
Maybe a little bit of a misread there from White. It appeared he had a lot more space on the outside where he maybe could have tried to bounce it out and gain more yards. Still be a pickup of a couple for the Spartans. Nothing terrible for this team, but maybe could have been a little bit better.
2nd and 8 for the Spartans. 1:43 to go in this 3rd quarter. White in shotgun. Fox with him. 2 receivers out to the left. 2 tight ends in. Snap to White. It's going to be another screen pass, this time to Bardwell again. He's going to be taken down after picking up 5 yards by D. Hogue once again. 3rd straight tackle for Hogue.
3rd straight tackle for Hogue, and the 2nd time this drive, the Spartans have run that screenplay with Bardwell to the opposite side of the field earlier in the drive. Of course, that was the one that was called back from the penalty. Still a nice 5-yard gain here, bringing up 3rd and extremely manageable for the Spartans.
3rd and 3 for the Spartans. A minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Fox behind White. 3 tight ends in. It's going to be a handoff to Fox. Goes to right side now, brings it back upfield, and he's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 4. Moving the chains once again. The Spartans now on the Knights' 25-yard line.
We've entered the point of the game that we see so often from the Spartans, where the offensive line really starts to assert itself, and Brett Fox starts showing his dominance, and he's averaging at least 3 to 4 yards on every play.
Potentially the last play of the third quarter. The Spartans moving the ball well. They're starting this drive on their own 3-yard line. White fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. It's going to be a pass to Floyd, but he couldn't bring it in. A good throw there. Floyd just not able to bring in as it was Hogue on the coverage.
That throw was right on the money from White. A lefty quarterback rolling out to his left side. Obviously the best case scenario on a bootleg type play there they could ask for. I had the man downfield. Just hard conditions to catch in, especially with the defender draped all over him.
Spartans making some late substitutions here as there's 10 seconds left on the play clock. 3 tight ends in, 1 receiver out to left is more Fox. He's going to get the handoff. He's trying to cut it out to left side, but has nowhere to go, as there's a great tackle by Jacob Felger, who was on the ground when he made the tackle. A loss of 3 yards. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. No points in the third quarter. We remain tied at 7 as we head to the fourth quarter.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law.
Welcome back to Dave S. Walters Memorial Stadium as the Spartans are tied with the Knights 7-7. Big play here, 3rd and 14 for the Spartans. Right now they're on the Knights' 28-yard line. And Braxton, what would you do here if you're the Spartans?
I think here you're looking for a potential setup play for 4th down. A field goal is not out of the equation. We know Knipscher has the leg for it, but with this wind at about 20 miles per hour blowing across the field, that could be a very risky play call. So just maybe try to set up a 4th down here, make it more manageable.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. White in shotgun with Fox to his right. Fakes the handoff, looking across the middle of the field. He's got a receiver. And once again, it's Cale Swagger. He's been White's favorite target on the year and his favorite target in this game.
And no need to set up a 4th down when you're able to pick up the first. Cale Swagger once again across the middle. These two seem to connect so well together. You mentioned it is probably his favorite receiver all season long. Swagger came into this game with 4 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Pick up a 15 on the play. Now Spartans, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Fox. He tries to cut it outside now, just trying to pick up any yards he can. He'll get to, setting up a 2nd and 8 on the Knights' 12-yard line.
It's still a pretty decent gain there, bringing up 2nd and 8, slowing the pace down maybe just a little bit. We've seen this a lot from the Spartans. They'll go fast and then just slow things back down, trying to catch the Knights off guard.
2nd and 8 for the Spartans on the Knights' 12-yard line. 11 minutes to go in this game, tied at 7. White in shotgun, Fox behind him. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. 2 tight end set. So it'll be a handoff once again, but Javins all over that one. He's had his name all over this run game in the second half. His 3rd tackle for loss.
He's had the half of his life here in the second half of this one. He has been everywhere, not just in the run game, but also in coverage for this team and containing the edge whenever Whites look to pass.
Another 3rd and long for the Spartans. 3rd down and 10 on the Knights' 14-yard line. White in shotgun, takes a snap, trying to set up a screen for Moore, gets it to him. He'll pick up 5 yards, hit the ground hard there as it was Surrey in on the tackle. Now they'll bring out the field goal unit for a 27-yard attempt.
And I think this is the right decision here. It's a fairly short field goal attempt, and Bishop Luers' offense has not shown anything since the first drive of the game. So why not take this opportunity to go ahead in this one? And even if it's a missed field goal, the Knights are going to be pretty deep in their own territory.
Less than 10 minutes to go in this game. England, the snapper. Fox, the holder. Knipscher, the kicker. 1 for 4 on the season. Longest kick is 34 yards. This one is up and good as the Spartans take the 10-7 lead after a long drive. And they're sitting pretty.
The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
Welcome back to Homestead High School, and with the rain dying down, we're going to take a look at the radar one more time so you can see it was raining for a while, then we got a little bit of a break around 8:15, and now at 8:45, nothing, potentially coming back in at 9:05, so something to keep an eye on potentially if this game was to go to overtime. But we're still a long way from that as we have 9.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
You see the weather playing a bit of a factor there too, the ball getting blown off the tee. But you mentioned that rain that's coming in. That could be huge, especially with Luers down right now. You'd imagine they're going to have to look to pass it if this continues deeper into the fourth quarter. And with rain, that becomes so hard to do, especially with that heavier yellow stuff coming our direction.
Knipscher on to kick this one off. Sachs had some trouble with the last one, but this time it'll be a different player running up. It was Hogue on the return, and good field position here for the Knights, starting on their own 35-yard line.
Really some of the best field position they have had all night. They've been pinned inside their own 20 4 times tonight, inside their own 5 a couple of times as well. Gives the offense a little bit of a chance to get something going on that we have seen even when they've had better field position. It really still has been a struggle.
First down and 10 for Luers. 9 minutes, 29 seconds to go in this game. Offense comes out of the huddle. McKenzie will be in shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tied in on the left side of the line. Jimenez comes in motion. Daring in the backfield. Going to be a setup screen here for White. He's going to lose yardage here as there's a lot going on that play. Took a while to develop as the Spartans did well to get in on the screen pass.
I'm not sure what White was doing there. He could have cut it upfield and maybe gained a yard or 2. Instead, he ran backwards, and there was no way that was going to work. Too many Spartans had moved their way into the backfield.
Sam Stewart did a good job to get the initial pressure on McKenzie and then did well to finish off the play, making the tackle on White. It's going to be a loss of a yard there. 2nd and 11 now for the Knights. McKenzie in shotgun. This time it's going to be a handoff to Daring. Spartans all over that one once again. In on the tackle, Sam Stewart, back-to-back tackles for loss by Stewart.
Making his presence felt as he does all so often, coming in and making sure Daring had nowhere to go.
3rd down and 13 now for the Knights. A huge play as the last Spartans drive killed a lot of time 8 minutes, 12 seconds to go in this game. 7 seconds left on the play clock. 3rd and 13. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. McKenzie in shotgun. Daring in the back. Now this one's just going to be thrown up into the air. It's out of bounds. As the Spartans force a 3 and out. 4th and 13 now, and the Spartans get a huge stop.
That is big for the defense right there. The offense is going to get the ball back with an opportunity to push this to a 2-score game.
Zay back on to punt this one away for the Knights. 7 minutes, 59 seconds to go in this game. Spartans lead by 3 points. This one's a low snap, but Zay, lefty, gets it away. Fox going to let this one go. It takes an odd bounce, but it's going to be downed at the Spartans' 35-yard line. Once again, solid field position for the Spartans starting this drive here.
Good field position and an opportunity to run a lot of time off this clock. Brett Fox in the back. With Brett Fox in the backfield, you would have to imagine that's going to be the game plan with less than 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Just try to run as much time off on this drive and try to score some points at the end of it.
Spartans come out with a 3 tight end set. 1 receiver out to the right is Bardwell. Fox behind White. It's going to be handoff to White. Runs it up the middle. Has got some space. Gets close to the first down. Pickup of 9 yards. Great way to start this drive with a run up the middle by Brett Fox, setting up a 2nd and 1.
That's perfect right there. A gain of 9 yards. And even though he's just short of the first down, that works in the Spartans' favor because they're likely still going to get this first down, and they're able to run an extra 40 seconds off the clock.
Definitely something to pay attention to. That yellow clock on your screen, the play clock. You'd think the Spartans would let it go down as much as they can. Right now, they're going to snap it, though, with 13 seconds left. Another handoff to Fox. He got some space, taken across the 40. Now he's going to be tackled out of bounds by D. Hogue, but a great run there by the Spartans, and Brett Fox finding the hole on the left side.
And no need to kill time when you have someone as explosive as Brett Fox in the backfield. Hogue saving the day once again for the Knights defense. We've seen that so many times. He's really been the only one that can keep up with Fox in this one.
Spartans already on the Knights' 31-yard line. Clock stopped here at 7 minutes, 11 seconds left in this game. Same formation they've had for all 3 plays. It's going to be another handoff to Fox. Tries to take it up the middle. It's only going to pick up 3 yards, but the clock will continue to run. 2nd and 7 for the Spartans.
A nice job there. 3-yard gain. And if you're getting 3 yards on all 4 downs, that's going to add up to a first down each and every time.
And officially, they're only going to give him 2 yards there, so the math doesn't quite work out on that one. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Spartans. Fox behind White once again. White takes the snap a little high, but it's going to be another handoff to Fox. He'll pick up what seems to be another 2 yards, setting up a 3rd and 6.
Instead of going for the 3-yard average, Fox appears to be going for that 2-yard average there. Once again, it'll be 3rd and about 6 for the Spartans. This is an interesting situation because they're on the outskirts of field goal range. We could see them run it here with Fox again, try to break one free, or maybe set up a 4th down. Maybe see White try to take a shot across the middle. We know how much he's been able to connect with Swagger.
They do bring Swagger and Moore back into the game. Swagger's kind of gone back to that wide receiver position that we saw him a year ago. Started as a tight end this year, but now gone back to wide receiver. Bobbles the snap a few times. White did. He's going to throw it, though, and it's picked off there. Jalen White with the pick. A huge play by him, as that's going to give Luers the ball back on their own 15-yard line. As you see, he's trying to throw it to Bardwell. Not a good throw there, and White picked off for the 6th time on the season.
And that is a big mistake from White. In that situation, you have to realize the play is busted and just throw that one away or tuck it and run. Great job by White on the defensive side of the ball, jumping the route of Bardwell, getting in front of that. And we've seen him struggle a little bit receiving here in this late in the 3rd quarter, early in the 4th, but a nice job getting his hands on that for the turnover. 5
minutes, 47 seconds to go in this game. Luers trails by 3. McKenzie takes the snap. Good job to corral it. Daring trying to cut it outside. Pursley all over that one. Majeski also in on the tackle. Spartans do a good job of limiting the run game in the second half for Luers. Another tackle for loss for the Spartans.
That's really made this team one-dimensional. Luers has been forced to pass it more than they want to. This team so often uses the run to set up the pass. That's why they've had such good passing numbers, especially Cohen, McKenzie. Whenever the running game is taken away, it's forced them into obvious passing situations that the Spartans have sniffed out.
2nd and 12 now for the Knights. McKenzie in shotgun. Daring to his right. Takes a handoff looking left. It's going to throw to Zay. McGuire and a few other Spartans finish off the tackle. So that's going to make this a 3rd and manageable here. It's going to be a 3rd and 4, 8-yard gain there.
That's a nice pickup. Great play call on 2nd down. Going to Isaac Zay and giving this offense a realistic shot at picking up this first down.
8-yard pickup, 3rd down and 4.
4 minutes, 35 seconds to go in this game. 3rd down and 4. 4-down territory for the Knights. They do still have 3 timeouts as they come out with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Daring to the right of McKenzie. McKenzie's going to throw this one. A quick pass once again over the head of Javins, and that's going to set up a 4th and 4.
And the Knights, even with 4 minutes left, you would have to imagine they've got to punt this ball away. It'd be hard to give the Spartans this risk, giving the Spartans this good a field position.
And now they do bring on the punt unit here. So Spartans will have a chance to ice the game away once they get the ball back. You'd think they'll go to a heavy dose of Brett Fox to run the ball a lot, as Zay is out there once again to punt this one away. Almost blocked there. This one's a high punt. Call fair catch by Fox. Did a good job to bring that one in, and the Spartans start this drive their own 49-yard line.
And all the Spartans need to worry about right now is getting 10 yards at a time. Obviously, scoring would be nice, but they don't need to worry about that at the moment. They just need to try to run as much clock as possible and make sure and take the Knights out of this game.
4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this game. Spartans lead by 3. Offense back out on the field after the defense forced a 3-and-out following the Michael White pick. White in shotgun, Fox behind him. 1 receiver to the right, 1 receiver to the left. White takes the snap. It's going to be handoff to Fox. He got some space up the middle, breaks a few tackles, and is going to pick up a total of 17 yards. Great blocking by the offensive line there. And White doing the rest, as now there's an injured Knights player on the field. It's D. Hogue, who was shaken up earlier in this game. Now he's going to walk over to the sideline on his own power. So good to see him get off on his own power. We, of course, hope he is okay. It's now the Spartans on the Knights' 34-yard line. 1st and 10, 4 minutes, 5 seconds left in this game.
Obviously unfortunate to see Hogue get injured on that play for the Spartans. That was the perfect start to the drive. A nice 17-yard pickup from Brett Fox.
White in shotgun once again. Fox behind him. Clock continues to run. White takes a snap. It's going to be another handoff to Fox running up the middle. 3 Luers players in on the tackle as Buxton, the first one there. It's going to be a pickup of 4 yards, setting up a 2nd and 6.
Nice job. That's all you need for the Spartans, 3 or 4 yards on each carry. That's going to help you get a first down while continuing to run clock. And the Knights, you'd have to imagine pretty soon they're going to have to start thinking about burning those 3 timeouts.
They definitely will, with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. Spartans, like you said, on track to pick up another first down here. White in shotgun, takes a snap. Another handoff to Fox over on the right side. Is able to find a hole somehow and get close to that first down. He's going to be a yard short. No timeout by the Knights, as it'll be 3rd and 1.
think it's a smart decision, and keep the timeout in your pocket right now. Wait until a potential fresh set of downs for the Spartans, but this is huge. Luers really needs to stop the Spartans from getting 2 yards on these next couple of plays.
3rd down and 2 for the Spartans. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game. Spartans lead 10-7. 1 receiver out to left. 3 tight end set for the Spartans. Fox behind White. Handoff is going to be to Fox. He picks up the 1st down. There was some extracurriculars on the play. No flags thrown, though. Another solid run by Fox, picking up the 1st down.
Good no call on that extracurricular activity. Just a little bit of old-fashioned football back and forth there. And a great job from the offensive line, giving Fox just enough space to pick up that 1st down as the clock moves under 2 minutes remaining.
From now on, the Knights are going to have to burn their timeouts in this game. But they're also going to need to get some stops now, as they haven't been able to stop Brett Fox in the second half. White takes the snap, handoff to Fox. He got some space up the middle, but the ball comes out, and the Knights say they have it. And they do. What a turn of events here late in this game, as Brett Fox coughs up the ball, and the Knights get it back. It was Finn Sachs who forced the fumble, and it looks like it might have been Isaac Zay with the recovery.
And a rare mistake from Brett Fox, something we do not usually see. It looked like the Spartans were just 1 first down away from putting this thing in the bag. But instead, the ball knocked loose. And the Knights, with all 3 of their timeouts, are going to get an opportunity to drive down the field.
This game was just flipped on its head, as the Knights still have a chance on their own 19-yard line. Daring motions out to the right. It's going to be a quick pass to White. Double pass just thrown up by White. And it's completed to Isaac Zay all the way down the field into Spartans territory. That one was up in the air for forever, and Zay still able to bring it down. A great throw by White. McGuire and Loveless had no idea it was coming their way, and Zay doing a great job to track that one down, as it was a pickup of 53 yards.
Michael White, not the only White on the field tonight. They can throw the ball. Jalen White with that huge toss to Zay. What a risky play call there, but it worked to perfection for the Knights as they move on to the outskirts of field goal range.
Just 2 seconds left on the play clock. They get the snap off. It's going to be another pass play for McKenzie. It is picked off by Cruz Pursley. He picks it off, and he may take this all the way to the house at the 40. Jimenez trying to bring him down at the 20. And the Spartans might have just won this game, as Cruz Pursley, a huge interception. There is a Spartan down on the field. Not sure who it is. Cruz Pursley, a big play there. We're going to take a break here with 1 minute and 20 to go in this game.
The first time that I step out on the field with my jersey on as a college athlete is going to be very special. I came to the University of St. Francis to play at St. Francis and to come here academically because of their reputation. I've always had that dream to play bigger than high school, and I got that here. I really like that it's a Catholic university. It almost gives me a more sense of safety and welcoming. My name is Johnny Waddell, and I am the defensive nose guard at the University of St. Francis.
The injured player on the play was Xander Swihart. We, of course, hope he is okay. He's being helped off the field right now. But that was a huge defensive play by the Spartans, and Cruz Pursley might have just won it for them, as he did bobble it at first. but he's eventually able to bring it in, and now with a minute 20 left, Spartans could win this game. However, the Knights still have 3 timeouts left.
The Spartans can't celebrate quite yet. We already saw the fumble in the previous possession. They're going to need at least 1 first down if they want to make sure they can run out this clock all the way.
1 receiver out to the right, 3 tight ends in here. So it's going to be a handoff to Fox coming off of that fumble. He'll pick up 2 or 3 yards. Take 7 seconds off the clock. Knights burn their first timeout.
Timeout, Bishop Luers.
As officially they're going to give Fox 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
That's an okay gain there for Fox, but you're going to need more than that if you want to move the chains. And the problem right now is the Knights are just going to stack the box and make sure Fox has nowhere to run when he gets the ball. You'd imagine the Spartans can't even risk passing the ball right now because you don't want to stop the clock and give the ball back to the Knights with more time than necessary.
As you see, once again, volleyball game tomorrow. Wayne at Homestead Sectional semifinals will be at 10:30 in the morning. And it'll be Homestead live production on IHSAATV.org. If Homestead wins, they will play in the sectional championship at 6 p.m. Once again, will be on IHSAATV.org. So be sure to tune in to those games as the Spartans in the morning take on the Wayne Generals.
You certainly don't want to miss those matchups tomorrow. The Homestead Spartans, one of the most fun volleyball teams in the state to watch.
Now the Spartans offense back on the field after that timeout. 1 receiver to the right is Bardwell, 3 tight ends set. Fox behind White. It's going to be another handoff to Fox. So he just keeps his feet moving. Few different players in on the tackle there. First one was Will Verslipe. As it's going to be a loss of yards, setting up a 3rd and 9. 5 seconds come off the clock. 1:08 left in the game. Another timeout called by the Knights.
And the Luers defense now just 1 snap away from potentially holding the Spartans here. And now with just that 1 timeout remaining, a first down would officially end it for the Spartans. They would be able to just kneel out the rest of the game. But 3rd and 9 coming up, that's going to be hard to do.
And with Spartans being in field goal range here, 3rd and 9 on the Knights' 12-yard line. What would you do here? What play call would you go to?
I think you just have to run it with Fox. I mean, you still have a young quarterback in Michael White. This is still his first season starting. I don't know if you want to put it in his hands quite yet, especially when your defense has looked so strong. Just leave it in the hands of your defense. I'd run the ball. If you get a first down, great, game over. If not, settle for the field goal. That would give you a 6-point lead, and your defense has looked great so far in this one. We're only giving up 1 big play in the second half.
Spartans offense back on for this 3rd and 9. 1 receiver to the left is Moore. 2 receivers now to the right as Swagger comes in late. He'll be in the slot to the right. As a player for Luers jumps there, and they're going to call a flag, making this that much easier, becoming a 3rd and 4 now.
And that might change the play call here for the Spartans, because 3rd and 4, maybe the potential of going for it on 4th down enters the mind of Coach Zolman now with 2 downs to pick up 4 yards.
That would ice the game if they could pick up a first down. For now, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. White takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself here. He's going to get close to the 5-yard line, pushed forward. He may have enough for the first down. Looks like the spot will give him the first down, and the Spartans will win this football game.
Well, it wasn't a pass, but they did put it in the hands of quarterback Michael White, and he did exactly what needed to be done, getting enough for the first down, and now the Spartans are just 1 kneel down away from putting this one in the history books.
Chance break out here from the Spartan student section as they officially have this one in the bag. And the Spartans are going to get the 10-7 win one of the most entertaining 10-7 games we've ever seen. There was a lot of defensive action in this game, and the Spartans kneel down for the final time in this game, and they play spoiler as Luers will finish the night as SAC champions, but it won't be outright this year. The Spartans get a big win at home, 10-7 over the Knights.
Great job by Homestead spoiling the party of Bishop Luers. It'll be a bittersweet defeat for the Knights. They'll still get a share of the conference title, but you mentioned it, Noah. They're not going to get that outright possession of it this year. Still a great season, of course, for Bishop Luers with postseason play still to come. And Homestead did a great job in this one after going down 7-0 on the first drive of the game. It took the offense a little bit to get going, but once they did, they were really in Knights territory on almost every possession.
They were. They had a really good offensive showing in the second half. However, they did have some turnovers, an interception, and a fumble as well in that second half. So they did have some troubles in the second half, as the new tradition that's been made, Spartans fans will run over to sing the school song after they shake hands. Still going through the line right now.
And you see some of the post-game celebration there. A huge win for the Spartans.
And now we're going to send it down to sideline reporter Logan Pazwinski, who's alongside Cruz Persley.
Champions.
I mean, it feels great, man. Week, and you know, just to shut them from them was great. Feels.
And how are you guys going to be?
We're gonna have to keep up the good work. We got a good game plan, and we're just gonna have to come ready to play.
Congrats, Cruz.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Logan, and thank you, Cruz. Big win for the Spartans here at home to finish off the regular season. We're going to take a break, but stay tuned for the postgame show.
For more than 30 years and 2 generations, RT and Colin Green have given Fort Wayne more than proven personal injury representation. They have shared everyday life with the people they serve. These deep ties give RT, Colin, and every member of Team Green Law the local Fort Wayne knowledge and insight to know the best way to help you get the recovery you deserve. See the difference local experience makes. For a free consultation, visit us online at teamgreenlaw.com. Team Green Law, for you, with you.
Marco's Pizza, located at 10345 Illinois Road, inside the shops of Scott Road. Marco specializes in pizza, subs, and more. Order online at marcos.com or by phone at 625-6800. Thank you, Marcos, for supporting the .91 FM and being a proud sponsor of Homestead Media's athletics coverage.
Welcome back to Homestead High School as the Spartans just knocked off the undefeated Bishop Luers Knights, undefeated in conference play, their first loss of the year in conference play. And with that, Spartans have a 2-game win streak going into sectionals, which will be in 2 weeks. We're going to take a preview look at that as 2 weeks from today, Fishers will travel up north to take on the Spartans right here at Homestead High School. Then HSE will be playing at Northrop as well.
And there's just so much talent in this sectional. Fishers and Homestead, that could be a really good game. The Spartans will go into that one as the underdogs more than likely, but being at home, they might have the environment they need to pull off the upset. Meanwhile, Hamilton Southeastern and Northrop HSC is going to be the heavy favorites in that one, but you never know. Maybe the Northrop Bruins can find a way to pull the upset and show the SAC pride.
We did see the Spartans compete well with Carmel, their first game of the season, only losing by 7 here at home, so we'll see if they can compete with Fishers in that game. Now, going back to the SAC, we're going to take a look at some scores around the SAC as we had 4 other games going on tonight. As you see here, Northside is getting killed by Carroll at the half, 7-51. Snyder taking care of business against Wayne. Northrop has been able to separate themselves from Southside, lead by 10, and Dwenger well in control in the fourth quarter against Dwenger.
Carroll and Snyder looks like they're each going to win their games handily, guaranteeing that share of the SAC title. They are certainly happy the Spartans were able to win tonight. And such an interesting dynamic that finished off this year of conference play.
Definitely was, and like you said, interesting because of the new schedule. Not every team playing each other this year, as Luers didn't play Carroll or Snyder this year. So definitely interesting to see how the new schedule will continue to play out. This was the first year of it, and it's the end of it. We're going to just talk about this game one last time as Luers got out to an early 7-0 lead. Spartans able to score late in the first half. And then went into the locker room 7-7. And then they were able to score a field goal with about 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. No more scoring from that point on.
Yeah, there was not a ton of offense on the scoring sheet in this game. We really saw both offenses put in good performances, getting into opponent territory. But from there, the defenses really just held their own, did not let the offenses put any points on the board. Credit to Homestead. Their defense played great tonight, not allowing any points after 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of this one. And let's not forget, the defense got off the field on that possession. It was a muffed punt that put them in a dangerous situation.
There was a lot of turnovers, close turnovers in this one, and eventually that's what the game came down to. In the end, some turnovers. Cruz Persley sealed the game for the Spartans as he was able to get a huge pick very late in the fourth quarter as Luers was driving. And Braxton, you have any final thoughts for this game?
Well, both these teams will be moving into postseason play now. First off, for the Knights, they'll be facing Churubusco in their sectional matchup. This Knights team has had a great season. They still got a share of the SEC title, even with the loss tonight, going 6-1 in conference play. A great year from this team. Nothing to be ashamed about, especially in tough conditions tonight. Meanwhile, for the Spartans, they will finish the regular season above 500 and with a good record of 5-2 in conference play. It was a good SAC season for the Spartans. They'll have a week off before they face Fishers. They'll need to regroup and get ready for that one.
It definitely will be an interesting game in 2 weeks. Be sure to tune into that one. And that's going to wrap it up for SAC and regular season play this year. Thank you to all our sponsors who help make these broadcasts possible. Thank you to Homestead Live crew behind the scenes. And thank you to everyone that watched the game tonight. For Braxton Hall, I'm Noah Lancz. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning for the girls volleyball sectional semifinals as the Spartans will take on the Wayne Generals at 10:30. Until next time, this is Homestead Live wishing you a splendid evening.